I bought this cheese yesterday at blank in blank city. I opened up to find a razor blade hidden deep inside the cheese ball. I returned it, but the employees did not check for others. I was just trying to get this post out there so everyone can be on the lookout. A razor blade in the cheese. Yeah, sure, man. I'll let you believe it. What is your most embarrassing moment? Well, easy. In full bus, I was listening to hardcore metal and started singing out loud with growls and screams and everything. I got applause from a bunch of people, though. I would never, in a million years, applaud someone for growling in public. Like, imagine, you're just, like, sitting on a bus and you hear someone go, rah! No, I'd be like, what the fork? Dude, get away from me. Just went to McDonald's to get a McFlurry, and the person behind the till said the machine was being cleaned. I said it wasn't, and went behind the counter, made myself an Oreo and a flake combo McFlurry, and then started taking orders for everyone. People were clapping and cheering. Oh, you sure owned that guy. Yeah, everyone clapped. Remember, if they clap, that means it actually happened. I work from home, and I let my kids watch TV from 6 months on. I have no problem with it. I would argue that my toddler is super smart because she watched TV. There are a lot of things I wouldn't think to teach her that she learned from shows. She started talking like a full-blown sentences before the age of 2 months. We're stopping right there. I do not need to even read the rest of this post to know that you're full of poop, but I'll read the rest of it because it's my job. Is interested in chess and even stocks. Obviously, she has no idea what the heck she's doing, but she has a strong desire to learn, and I think it's from the things she sees on TV. I don't care if I get judged, and in no way am I saying the TV watches my kids while I work. I watch my kids and take breaks every 20 to 30 minutes to hang with them, or they play in my office while I'm working. I already said how I feel about this. If I saw this on Reddit, I would downvote it. I would log into a second account, pull up the post, and downvote it again. My January salary was overpaid. I wrote to my employers about the anomaly. Today, they informed me it was a test of my integrity, and because I passed the test, it'll be my new salary monthly. Lord, that is not how that works. That is not how that works. You are a bold-faced liar. That is not how that works. I remember one time when some Mormon boys came to my house and tried to convert me, I sat them down and went through all their beliefs one by one and debunked them. When they left, they were more Catholic than Mormon, and I never saw another missionary again for 30 years. I think I got blacklisted, lol. Yeah, because the Mormon boys would sit there and let you do that to them for that entire time. They wouldn't just get up and leave. Yeah, right. Come on, man. When I was in labor, I was 3 pushes from baby being born, and I felt the epidural wearing off, so I screamed, "Who has the thing epidural button?" And my sweet little mother-in-law goes, "I've got it," and I hollered back, "Pull the lever, Kronk." You had me all the way believable until you said pull the lever, Kronk. Like, it's funny. It's really funny. Is it believable? Absolutely not. Kid genius Elon totally cured his own fear of the dark. When I was a little kid, I was really scared of the dark. But then I came to understand dark just means the absence of photons in the visible wavelength, 400 to 700 nanometers. Then I thought, well, it's really silly to be afraid of a lack of photons. Then I wasn't afraid of the dark anymore after that. All right, Elon, don't you have a social media app to ruin? When I was 9, I put a message in a bottle with my name and address on it and threw it off the coast of California. 1 year later, I got a letter from a girl in Bali, Indonesia, who happened to be my age and go to an English-speaking school. She said she found my bottle on the beach and we became pen pals. I actually like to believe this one is true because that's really cute. It's really sweet. And I hope that is true. I hope you guys became friends. My daughter was selling kittens the other day and advertised them as Democrat kittens. They didn't sell well. The next week, I saw she had them advertised as Republican kittens and they were selling fast. I asked, why the change? She said, they opened their eyes. You're just letting your daughter go around selling cats? That's not a thing, man. I once stopped to help a guy on the side of the road change a flat tire and tried to talk to him about Jesus, but the conversation didn't go anywhere. On one of my business cards, I wrote down the info for a church I like and gave it to him. Found out later that he had been an enforcer for drug dealers. When his tire blew out, he had been on his way to kill 5 guys he worked for. He was so shook that the person that stopped to help him mentioned Jesus, that he went to a church, met a guy named Ron who shared the gospel, gave his life to Jesus, and was radically changed. When you step out in faith and plant seeds, and God will do amazing things. My brother, that didn't happen. It didn't happen at all. You are a liar. You did not convert a drug dealer to Christ. She was just 2 beautiful guys. You literally have no idea. Not me being brought to tears at the Culver's drive-thru. I'm waiting for my food and suddenly this young girl comes running up to my window saying, "You're so beautiful." Like, so beautiful. I even had to ask my manager if I could bring your food out because you are just so beautiful and I had to see you. She just kept telling me how beautiful I was over and over. I can't. Such a sweet girl. She was probably 17 or 18. When stressful days have a happy ending, my heart. I'm gonna let you believe this is what happened. It Sounds like you need it. Hope you have a good day. So I'm at Walmart scanning and bagging my almost $300 worth of groceries while the employee that wants $15 an hour monitors, and then this happened. Her, why are you double bagging all of your groceries? Me, excuse me? You're wasting our bags. If you don't like the way I'm bagging the groceries, feel free to come on over here and bag them yourself. That's not my job. Okay, then I will bag my groceries how I please if that's all right with you. Why are you using 2 bags? Because the bags are weak and don't want the handles to break or the bottom to rip out. Well, that's because you're putting too much stuff in the bag. If you took half of that stuff out, put it in a different bag, then you wouldn't need a double bag. 10 seconds of me just staring at her. So you want me to split these items in half and put half of them in a different bag so they don't have to double bag? Exactly. So I would still be using 2 bags to hold the same number of items. No, because you wouldn't be double bagging. Me pressing 2 fingers to my left eye in an attempt to make it stop twitching. I will tell you right now, no Walmart employee gets paid enough to argue about how many bags you're using. This is just absolutely not true. You are just trying to bring down people who want to get paid a livable wage. No one at any grocery store is going to argue about how many bags you use. I was in Target looking at some socks and just humming away, and a lady standing next to me says, "Oh my, you have a beautiful voice." So I started singing We Belong Together by Mariah Carey, and suddenly more people come over to listen, and by the time I finish, there's like 10 people just standing there watching me sing this song. So I start another song, and I'm singing, and more people come over, and before I know it, there's a large crowd watching me. So I do 20 minutes of singing, and the crowd is going nuts, like everyone in the store was there watching me. I finish up, and everyone claps, and the store manager gives me a $100 gift card for Target, and another guy gives me $40, and a couple ladies are hugging me. Guess that makes me a professional singer now. I just have to process this. This might be the least believable thing that I've read this entire time. It's just so silly. In GameStop today, me handing a copy of Mortal Kombat to the sales assistant. Sales guy looks down at the game and then up at me, mouth agape. Not true. Wow, you don't look like the type I usually sell this game to. Is that a bad thing or... Oh, no, definitely not. You're a true gamer girl, not a fake wannabe. I think it's cool. Me uncontrollably smiling at this point. Thanks, I've never had anyone say that to me before. Guy hands me game, and as I go to pay, he stops me. Don't worry, free of charge. By the way, when you get home, open the game straight away. So not only did I get a free copy of Mortal Kombat, when I opened the box, there was a piece of paper with his number along with the disc. So yeah, best experience ever. This is on Tumblr. It didn't actually happen. That is kind of creepy. I don't even like superheroes. I just like seeing diversity on the big screen. I went to Harlem to see Spider-Verse a second time, sat in the front row, and rather than watch the film, I turned around and watched a young black boy. I watched his laughs and smiles. It was everything. That is super weird. That is super weird. Like, I understand you want to see young people of color, see someone who looks like them on the big screen. I want that too. But instead of watching the movie, you just stare at this little black kid? What's wrong with you? I was sitting in the airport garage waiting for my sister when I got a phone call. My ringtone is the TARDIS sound. And mind you, I'm in the Jeep with the roof off and my sound is all the way up. So my ringer goes off, I hear someone drop their bags in the distance, scream and start running. By the time the ring was over, I had no joke 5 people circling my car. One guy was like, "Blasted doctor got the chameleon shields to work. It looks like a car now," and then I realized that they couldn't see me because I was reclined back in the back seat. I popped up with a grin on my face and was like, "Hello there, sorry about that, I'm just breaking her in, don't mind me." I'm guessing 2000s, where I popped up this time. I looked down at my cringed and muttered, "Well, I guess this was gonna happen eventually," and shrugged. One looked like she was nearly about to faint when I jumped out and ran off. It was the greatest experience of my life. Greatest experience of my life. If it was on Tumblr, it didn't happen. I live with 3 guys and I'm on my period and woke up to this. I guess I love the shitheads. Since it's your woman time, here's chocolate. We all went fishing today, so you can't yell at us. There's pizza in the fridge. Coolest roommates ever. Aww, what a nice gesture. Hershey's chocolate though? Gross. When I was a secret agent in the CIA, I learned how to kill a man with my bare hands 100 different ways. Let that be a reminder to everyone trying to defame me and call me a compulsive liar. Are you threatening to kill people on Twitter.com? Are you threatening to kill people if they try to call you a liar? George Santos, you are a freak. Teacher confiscated my Game Boy when I was in school. Saw him in Tesco about 5 years ago and he didn't recognize me, so I reminded him, and then the look on his face when he realized I'm the boy he took the Game Boy off of. He wanted to run. I had a very serious word with him and put it this way: he won't be confiscating any Game Boys anymore. Turns out he's not such a big man after all. Musk baby is totally a super genius. Grimes says her 2-year-old son with Elon Musk can identify obscure rocket design and shadows engineering/strategy meetings. Okay, sure thing, Grimes. When I walked into art class during freshman year and the girl next to me said, "You really came to school with all that cake on your face?" But I just got back from a photo shoot and she didn't. It's school. It's like high school or college. I could see this happening. People are mean for no reason. I spooked myself finding a Google Doc one day that I didn't remember writing. The timestamp was 3 a.m. when I was asleep, and it was completely coherent fantasy story written in Old English. In Old English, you say. 3 a.m. You typed out a complete fantasy story in Old English at 3 a.m.? No, you didn't. You mean the pictured ring, which is obviously a render? The creation of a supergroup. I broke my mic stand rushing out the door yesterday, SMH, so I had to buy a new one ASAP. When I walked in the door of the record shop, this dude was shredding a guitar. Stuff was slick. I was like, yo, I'm working on a record like Beat It by Michael Jackson. You like Van Halen? You want to be on it? His response? Fork yeah. The dude at the register overheard the convo and was like, you need someone on bass? I said, fork yeah. The Lord works in mysterious ways. Nah, I could see this happening, for sure. You know, up-and-coming musicians, people who strive to be a musician, they'll take any chance they can get, man. And I applaud that for them. Yes, sending 10K anonymously through the mail. Bro, someone paid for my butt surgery? WTF, I will find you. Holy stuff. For one asking, he sent me 10K, no name, and no one has spoke up. Don't send money in the mail. Why are you sending just a bunch of $100 bills? Just like, I don't know, freaking Venmo or Cash App or something, dude. Jesus. Well, she said no. I designed this ring myself to pay homage to our first date, Iron Man 3. Cost me more than I care to say, 18-month salary, and the jeweler just told me it's worth dog shirt because it looks worse than dog shirt. This is my own personal Infinity War. All right. I love Iron Man 3. It's my favorite of the Iron Man movies. But an engagement ring based on Iron Man 3 that you spent a year and a half worth of your salary on? No way, dude. No way.